This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. The Dome, home to the Orange and Syracuse University. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Play action on first down. Finds the tight end. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. The lone back's got it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Badgers in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Dupree. Breaks into the open. Drills him with the stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
And the Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort. Now, all of a sudden, the offense, man, they're knocking on the door.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. looking for room. It's James. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They send the tight end in motion. He should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. This time on target. Smacks him with a stiff arm. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Let's go. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. They'll try the run. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Orange. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. 10-7. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
From the 42, if they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Leaves it with the running back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. At the 35, he's open.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. The running back has it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. They'll run the option. And some room to work. There he goes. Gets it past the marker. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Cook. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped edges short. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Edwards. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And those outside linebackers nowadays are so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Anthony. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On the run, it's Dupree. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. You can tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Nixon. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Complete to the left. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Let's go. Wants to go up top. Fires on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cook. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. On the option. Running back searching for a hole. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Give to the running back. Runs through the tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Marches ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now the play fake. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Wisconsin, 10.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Edwards. Gonna take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. to throw on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's balanced. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's close. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. Makes the grab down the left side.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking for room. It's Nixon. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Orange now facing a third and short. Touch pass on the right. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Syracuse will send out the punt team.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Wisconsin offense onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Dupree. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
First and 10 from their own 17. Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Badgers can really attack on this second and short. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
And the Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat-on-a-hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
To the air, it's Edwards. Got his man out of the backfield. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Yards on 4th down, still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step.
A shot toward the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Got his man in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking for a gap. It's Dupree. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cook. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the option. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Looking for a crease to the left. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Edwards. Shows him the stiff arm. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Badgers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Badgers with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Dupree. Looking for room at the 40. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position. and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Badgers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll leave it with him. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Back to pass. It's Edwards. That's reeled in. It's Ballard. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the back. Going to swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. It's a draw. Slithers into space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And when you're an offensive lineman, you have to sell pass on a draw play. You got to set real quick, make it look like a pass, and then boom, I'm leaving that guy. I'm hitting that running back right behind him. Now I can get to the second level, and you can see when I do that, you make big gains like this, catch the defense off guard.
Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing straight.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Fires to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Turning it on.
Wood took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Orange. They move on top here in the 4th.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To throw, it's Edwards. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Anthony. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the back. And that one's incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They just keep firing. This time he's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Badgers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cook. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's out of bounds to stop the clock. It'll be a 1st down with 29 ticks left.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. The screen, and watch out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Rifles it down the middle. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be for the win. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And it's good. The game winner. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to Now, the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.